Before we begin, I know the moment that I click on Toony the Tiger, I'm gonna load in and then Clarabelle is gonna yell at me, and honestly valid because I haven't been on in like a little bit, but this time I'm not gonna yell at her back because I know that she's providing good things, and so we will be grateful for her gifts. Okay, here we go. Toony, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Thank you, Clarabelle. Also, double XP. Huge! And the gifts that Clarabelle is bestowing, look at that. The ToonFest 2023, a green and yellow attendee hat. Also, I don't know who thought that color was yellow. That was like brown. I never knew that they called it the yellow attendee hat. It's like orange, maybe. Bro, what part of this is yellow? I'm looking for the yellow. I don't see it. Bro, that's like orange. But I was gonna say we gotta get Toony all dressed up for Pride Month, but he seems to already be halfway there, so let's give him like the goth boots. That'll work. Maybe some like ToonFest glasses. I don't know. He looks swag, I think. I'm not sure, dude. And you know, I only start every single episode with Toony going through his catalog because of just how annoying it is to see Clarabelle in the corner the entire time, and it's just an OCD thing. So after 99 episodes, if you're wondering why I've started every episode with going to my phone, it's so that Clarabelle won't sit in the corner of my screen for like an hour. But Toony got to do a 2-star field office, so good luck, Toony. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm scouring Toon HQ to see if there's any groups, and I'm not even seeing one. I'm not even seeing a group for like a 1-star. There ain't no groups right now. How's it going, everybody? It's your pal Mega Snoop bringing you Toony the Tiger, episode 99. Man, that's way too many of these. Where are these 2 stars? Alto Avenue? Bet. I'm joining a group as we speak. Toony's gonna try his best by going through a field office, and I'm gonna sit here and talk about the 50 things that I've got up on my screen. I hate that it teleports you right in the middle of the street. This is dangerous, man. There could be a cog coming. Look at this. Give it another 2 minutes, a cog is gonna run right into me, I'm telling you. Actually, what is this route? These ones come this way, and they go this way, right? But then the other cogs, they go around the back. So is like this inner circle around the field office just safe no matter what? Like I can always stand right here, or I can always stand right here, or I can always stand right. Maybe this is a safe spot. Wait a second. I'm discovering something new. The cog paths don't even take you around the field office. You're safe there. The closer you are to danger, the farther you are from harm. Lord of the Rings makes sense now. But Toony got this. I'm gonna chill out and talk to you guys for a little bit because, you know, Toony the Tiger, that's how we do things around here. Hey Toony, did you enjoy ToonFest? I sure enjoyed it from the comfort of my home. I sure did. Poor person thinks I actually went. I mean, I totally went, which is absolutely where I got this pin from, because the only way you can get this pin is if you actually went to ToonFest and then you did all of the little punch card things that they have where they're all like, take a picture with Flippy and then post on social media and then attend the panel, which I totally attended the panel. From right here, I attended the panel. I watched it from home. So that's where I got the pin from, totally from going to ToonFest. This person is telling me all about the fact that they went to ToonFest. Toony, are you Mega Snoop's Toon? Who? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. ToonFest just ended at MomoCon in Atlanta, Georgia. I mean, it probably didn't just end. It takes me like a week to edit these now. But you know, it's over. Oh, cool. I sound just like a YouTuber? That's crazy. That's insane. I didn't get to go this year, but I really do want to go next year. I'm starting to save up right now. I got $5 in my pocket. I actually don't. My pockets are empty. There's nothing in my pockets right now. There's nothing. But just because I didn't go doesn't mean I didn't get to enjoy the festivities. I got to live vicariously through Michael's and Stuck the Duck streams, and even so, just like with the pin, my good pal Smirky brought home a lot of cool stuff for me. You're the same laugh as Toon? That's crazy. No way. I'm having fun here. Don't worry about it. But one of the biggest things that I got from it wasn't even something I physically got from it. It was the fact that I sat down and I decided to make like a good YouTube video. I know, a good YouTube video for once, unheard of from me, which is a conversation all on its own of like, why did I spend so many years not trying? Which is a great question. Why did I spend so many years not trying? That's awful. I really wish I could go back to 2016 me, smack myself upside the head and be like, bro, put some effort. God, have some standards. You know how to do all of this stuff. Just do it. I guess I was just lazy because I used to just crank out videos by sitting down and talking into a microphone, playing Toontown for 20 minutes and then chopping up only the parts where I talk and then uploading it and calling it a YouTube video. Kind of like this one. But I used to do that that for every video, which is just not a good way to go about it. If it's a let's play, sure, why not? I mean, you're trying to showcase your gameplay here, which look at my gameplay. Ah, that is some good gameplay. Oh, this is... what a great YouTube video. But if you're trying to do things like be informative or, you know, be educational and teach, or even trying to be funny, you can do a lot more with trying to use that visual medium and be creative with your editing. I don't know, it just took me too long to finally do that. Because I always knew I could, I just didn't. I spent like a good year practicing with these fun little review videos for these different video games that I've been playing. And then I applied it to Toontown, and guess what? It works. It was actually like this perfect storm of like a good video mixed with a topic that people actually cared about, and it led to the video getting 10,000 views in 2 days, which I have never ever had a video get 10,000 views in 2 days ever. Like, they get views eventually, usually when they're relevant or if they pick up steam later down the road, but like for it to get 10,000 views in 2 days, it needs to be really picked up by my core audience and then pushed to the algorithm, and then like the new audience also has to be interested in it, and that just has never happened to me. So I'm very grateful and very blessed to all the people that saw that video and liked the video, and the people who subscribed from that video, so thank you for being here. And if this is for some reason your first video of mine, because I check these things, Toony the Tiger episode like 58 will be somebody's first video for no reason. Don't know why. I just looked at it while editing, and apparently I got 9 subscribers from that video. From episode 58. Huh? You passed it by like 99 episodes, but sure, this can be your first one. Welcome to episode 99. So anyway, I digress. Moving forward, I do want to be able to put more effort into the content that I make, but I'm just happy to be doing what I love doing. I really do enjoy doing this. Also, this level 12 is not gonna die. It's just not. It was a good attempt, but he's not even close. Toony don't got max drop. But I was talking about Toonfest. I got off track. I did get a couple really cool things from Toonfest that were brought back for me, and so I wanted to show them off here. One of them being the Forgotten poster from Toonfest 2020 that was never released because there was no Toonfest 2020. And I was able to get a frame for it too. So now it's got this nice little frame, and there's a lot of glare, so you can't even really see it. But just like trust me that it looks really good, and I'm gonna find an angle here that I hate the sound misses. I hate that, but it looks really good. But then also I got this year's poster, and I got a frame. I almost dropped it. And I got a frame for this one as well. So this one looks really good. Look at that when there isn't glare. That's a pretty good looking poster if you ask me. I'm gonna have to find a wall somewhere to put all those up, I'm sure. I'm just gonna use the fog. That's what's gonna happen. This one got a couple crinkles on it, but that's to be expected because Michael put it through his luggage. I'm surprised it still looks as good as it does. And something you probably won't be able to see, and I haven't really gotten to show off a whole lot, is that I still even have some of the older posters as well. If we can zoom in here, Mr. Editor, it's me, I'm the editor. Those are the old Toonfest posters from the field office and the, oh, my brain does not work. What is it called? The giant spinny thing in the middle of Toon HQ. The silly meter and the field office posters from years past. Bro, my brain is not working right now. I need to be caffeinated. I'm not caffeinated enough. Something G Fuel Energy, use code MEGASNOOP. And the squirt missed. Oh, we're so good at this video game. But there's a lot to cover that's coming up that not only have I missed, but there's like in the future. That sentence was so bad. But there's a lot to talk about, not only things that have just recently happened, but things that are about to happen that I really want to talk about right now, and we'll see how well I can speedrun all of these topics of conversation. You know, at a Toonfest though, the one thing that I'm disappointed that I didn't get, which it's not anyone's fault that I didn't get it except for myself because I didn't spend like hundreds of dollars to fly across the country, was those Flippy plushies. Those look so adorable and I need one. And I'm assuming that probably, hopefully, they're going to be selling those on their storefront when they get that all set up. But I will spend no more than $30 on that, probably. But I need it. And I want it, and I need it. And I also need that blanket, and I need that sad mug. That mug looks really good. And I'll also address this because I can. There were some concerns about Toontown Rewritten's like potential storefront. Even with the money going to charity, they're like, how can Toontown Rewritten sell Toontown merchandise? How dare you? And I'll kind of explain this in a way that makes a lot of sense. Toontown Rewritten could theoretically, they're not going to, but they could theoretically even sell merchandise that they made for a profit as long as it doesn't hold any sort of copyright infringement. Nothing that they're selling has the word Toontown on it. It doesn't have any Disney assets, nor does it even allude to any Disney name. It is literally the same reason why people like myself and Smirky and any of the Twitch streamers can make like Toontown related emotes on our Twitch and then have you pay for a subscription to then use those emotes. Disney doesn't come clamoring down because I use an image of a sad toon, just like they won't care if you slap it on the side of a mug. Same goes with almost anything that's on Etsy, or anytime you buy a commission from somebody who makes Toontown art. Nearly everything that they're making art of is under fair use, and essentially all Toontown Rewritten is making their own art and then slapping it on something and then selling that to you. And then literally just to cover their bases, just in case they are trying to give it all to charity. They're not even using it to fund their server. That's still completely all coming out of pocket. This is just another avenue in which a private seller is creating their own designs inspired off of something else that they are selling on their own. So to put anyone's mind at ease, it's probably fine. We're okay. Hopefully. Probably. What am I, a lawyer? I'm the boss. Yes, you are. Look at you. Yes, sure, boss man. We are actually like speed running this whole facility right now. It hasn't even been 20 minutes since I started recording. Do we still start with storm clouds? Is that what we're doing? All right, bet. But I still got a good handful of other conversation topics I want to go through. I appreciate all the Toontown talk. If there's any other Toontown talk that there is to be had in the future, let me know. Leave a comment on Toontown stuff you'd love to hear my opinions on, because I have very soft opinions. I'm not really one to take a stand and go against the curve on most of these things. Generally, the popular opinion is the popular opinion because it's the right opinion. Not always, but generally. It's funny how that works. But I'm recording this at the very beginning of June, so happy June, guys. Happy Pride Month to those who celebrate. I mean, like, you celebrate it by, like, doing Pride awareness, but, like, is anyone, like, throwing a party? Is anyone all like, hell yeah, Pride Month, let's get crunk? Like, that kind of celebrate? I don't think people do that. I think we should. I think we should be like, happy Gay Awareness Day, let's all take a shot. With it being Pride Month, though, I unfortunately don't have a whole lot to contribute. I'm sorry. I know there's some people out there that wish I was gay. I'm not. I'm sorry to disappoint you. But there's a lot of people in my life who do fall in the LGBT group. Of course, one of them being Smirky. He's my housemate, one of my best friends. I always support him in everything he does. And I hope he's getting a lot of opportunities this month because he's a really good face for this type of thing. He's friendly. He's funny. He's got a great smile. But even so, it brought up like the topic of conversation where I was at dinner the other night because my foster sister was in town. I'm not adopted. It's a long story. Don't worry about it. I have a heel remote that I'm gonna put on the 13. There we go. Hopefully that works. But she's like 16 to 18 years older than I am. And so when I was growing up, she had 3 kids who were all around my age. And I spent a lot of my time over at her house playing with her kids. And we had 2 people use the remote on the same cog. And I grew up being one of the boys and we all roughhoused and played video games. That's what we did. But growing up, one of her sons named Chris eventually didn't feel like that they were a Chris anymore. And since me moving away from Oregon, they have gone through their transition of becoming Harmony. Shout out Harmony, my niece. I love you very much, homie. I hope that you're doing well. But when my foster sister was in town, she was telling me, she's like, yeah, Harmony still talks about you every once in a while and is all like, I know Aaron grew up in like that Christian household and other parts of the family aren't too proud of the transition and I just hope that he still accepts me. And I was like, yep, no, please, by all means. Like, I hope that she's thriving and doing well, and I haven't heard from her in a while, and it sucks to hear that whenever a kid goes through a transition like that, that suddenly a lot of their family kind of cuts them off or thinks less of them, and that's got to be hurtful. I couldn't even imagine. And if anything, I am happy to at least be a support line where I say, hey, don't worry about me, I'm not gonna be one of those people, and at least put their mind at ease for that. Man, it's a tough world we live in for that, and I can see that there are companies that are out there that are maybe just trying to do it for the advertising, being like, we support Pride Month, that way maybe we don't get docked in our sales. But the reality of it is that they are getting docked to their sales because they're supporting Pride Month. I think it's so interesting where like there's this reverse narrative of like, oh yeah, all of these companies are just saying yes to Pride because they're trying to cater to the left or the Democrats or something. It's it's the opposite, right? Because now they're losing a lot of their core demographic from their old consumers and customers. Bud Light started trying to celebrate Pride Month, and the NFL even made a post on their Twitter about like, we stand with Pride. And it's like, well, maybe if they are losing customers by doing this, they're not doing it for the customers. Maybe they're doing it because it's the right thing. I know, blew my mind too. When it really comes down to it, no matter what your belief system is, mostly, I think every belief system usually comes down to treating people nicely. Most belief systems are love others. It's really that simple. But I'm happy that there's more and more awareness as time goes on. I am. There's a lot of people in my life that I love very much that are scrutinized because of this sort of thing, and I'm just happy to at least do my part to help them out any way that I can. But I went on that way longer than I thought I would. Let me talk about something else, because there's other things going on, right? I'm trying to clean up my house, dude. We actually had this issue not too long ago where we had ants everywhere. It's not fun having ants everywhere. See, it's a funny story because it all started back when my friend Nathaniel is visiting, and during that time I went to bed early, so I wasn't really aware of the shenanigans that were going on. But apparently there was some drinking and some gaming, and then he threw up in the toilet, and I didn't see any residue of the throw up, right? But apparently it was enough where it was still around like the rim of the toilet. Even if there's like a little bit of food residue, no matter how rank it smells, it's enough to attract ants. And so we had some ants crawling up all over the toilet because they smelled whatever he was yucking up. Oh, we're going for it? We're sending it? I will send it, my dude. I am sending it. Holy cow, that is loud. But the thing about ants is they might come in because they find one thing, but unless you get rid of them, they will start finding other things. So we got them to get away from the toilet by cleaning that up, and then they found the garbage can. And then we cleaned up the garbage can to get them away from that, and then they found the kitchen sink. And then we cleaned up the kitchen sink to get them away from that, and then they started finding the butter and the bread and the fruits that we left out on the counter. And so for like 3 weeks, we had this ongoing feud of trying to take care of these ants. And it wasn't until we like straight up like had to seal the edges of the window to keep things from coming in and out that we finally got the ants to go away. It was quite a lot of work. But now we're once again ant free, and now we just gotta figure out how to deal with the roaches. I think there's always gonna be roaches, so that's an issue. Toonie, grab the ball.
Yoink.
Awesome. I'm taking this with me. Here we go. Oh, I guess we're not. That's actually the least amount of cog buildings I've ever seen on this street in my life. 4? That's insane. We're actually saving Toontown. I can't believe it. But the next order of business is to get the backyard cleaned up. Starting Monday, which may have already passed because of the fact that I take forever to edit these now. It may have already passed, and I might have already posted pictures of it. I don't know. But our backyard got like riddled with weeds for a multitude of reasons. Number one, we just didn't clean it up. And number two, when you don't take care of a weed right away, it creates another weed. And then sometimes somebody would like take one of the weeds and be like, oh, let's keep it because it looks cool. I don't know who's doing that, but somebody's doing that. We got too many weeds, dude. So we're hiring somebody to come take care of all the weeds. And now I could go to the secret hideout. Let's go! Toonie's first time to the secret hideout. It's just like I remember it. I gotta go to Ripley. Ripley's the one up here, right? Ripley's Believe It or Not. Man, I remember when this first came out, this was like the coolest thing. Wow. Go talk to Googly Moogly. You got it, dude. We gotta get some of our badges now. Gotta go to Bonnie. All right. I'm just gonna sit on this bench. Look at this. Yep, this is the life. Oi, welcome to the hideout. Oi, mate. Now, if you didn't know, there's 2 ways to go talk to this person. You can either do the parkour, 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 and then fall. Or you can go through the tunnel. Ooh, tunnel. The tunnel's just there for people who can't parkour, though. Parkour! I see everything, but can you see why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Now I gotta talk to one of these dudes. Congratulations, we've done it. Yeah, I totally read all that. And this is technically the end of that part of the task line. What is the name of the playground again? Something Coasts? Clear Coasts? This is probably where you would split off and do the Clear Coast things. Or you can start with the inevitable, really annoying grind of doing all of the Cellbot task stuff. So let's go, Toonie. Well, actually, I'm going to start with the 80 cogs anywhere because that's actually really easy. Kind of sucks that I never gave Toonie lure because of the fact that now he can't like solo anything. Kind of stinks. So yeah, we're going to get the yard done. Hopefully it looks really good. Hopefully it doesn't cost us too much money. Speaking of spending too much money, I caved. I'm so sorry, guys. I caved. There was a deal for getting the entirety of the NFL season total package because it used to be that you needed to have like DirecTV in order to even have access to get the NFL like package where you get every single game every single week. And then that like expired with DirecTV and then ironically was picked up by YouTube TV for some reason. But I ain't complaining complaining. And you don't even need YouTube TV to get it. It just costs a little bit more if you don't have YouTube TV. But the fact of the matter is, if you were to spend like $70 a month on YouTube TV, it would end up costing way more in the long run. Doesn't matter. Point is, I spent like $350 on one fee to get like every football game. So now I don't have to ever worry about using illegal websites. Sorry, something stuck in my throat there. I meant going to the bar every week and spending a lot of money on like food that is subpar in order to watch whatever game I wanted to watch. Why am I here? Where did I think I was going? I walked into this building for some reason. It's this one. It's this one. Ah, I knew it. It was this building the whole time. I knew it, guys. So that was like my one big purchase of the year, and then that's it. I'm not spending any money on anything for the rest of the year. Rest of the whole year, except for maybe food and rent. Where do I gotta go now? Where is this? Maple Street? Who goes to Maple Street? Worst street in the whole game. That's not true. The worst street in the whole game is Alto Avenue, and I can't explain why, but you know it's true. Maple Street actually kind of smacks, to be honest. Oh, and it's a cog building. Hate it here. Ha ha ha. We're coming up towards the end of this episode. I'm trying to keep it in that short, sweet, like 15 to 25 minute window. But with that, I did want to announce my big idea for episode 100 because it is the one after this. The next Toonie the Tiger episode will be the historic 100th episode, which means I have a special idea for it. And instead of doing something that requires a lot of work, I'm just doing something that requires a little bit more than normal work. Because I could go through and be like the best of Toonie the Tiger and do all the best bits over the past 8 years, but that would just be so time consuming, so annoying, and truth be told, it probably wouldn't even get more views than like a normal Toonie the Tiger episode. So instead, what I'm gonna do, are you ready for this? Drum roll, please. Is it's going to be an hour-long special where, just like this one and the previous one and the previous one, I take the time to go through and edit all the bits and make it entertaining and make it funny and have a lot in it. It's just this one, but like 3 times as long. Yay! I mean, I don't know, maybe I could have done something more special for episode 100, but I think that's pretty darn good, where like you just get a full hour of like Toonie the Tiger stuff. It's like 3 episodes in one, man, and the entire episode is gonna be me swapping districts, trying to figure out where this isn't a cog building. Oh my goodness, I hate it here. Finally, not a cog building. Oh, God bless. So with some quick cleanup here, the last couple things I was going to talk about is that I got my girlfriend visiting in just a couple days, so I'm going to try to balance editing this while also spending time with her. But then also while she's here, we're going to be taking a couple trips, one of them to downtown Las Vegas. The Call of Duty World Championships are happening here, so we wanted to go see that. But also, in addition, my dad bought me a plane ticket to go see him for a weekend in Oregon, so I'm going to be back in Oregon for a couple days, so I'll probably not be here like editing and streaming or anything like that. And then lastly, check out the new G Fuel flavor. Oh my God. Okay, that's not a real actual G Fuel flavor. I'm sorry that I misled you, but that is a mock-up that was made by one of my viewers. Her name is Kimono, and doesn't it look so good? Now listen, Toonfest Tapioca might not be the flavor that I would go with. I'm more of a Toonie Taffy myself, maybe even Toonie Tangerine, but like, just to think that maybe we could get a G Fuel flavor someday, I don't know, it fills my heart with like hope that if we keep doing this and I keep having videos that randomly pop off with 10,000 views in 2 days, maybe we could get there someday. But for the time being, Toonie will look like he's emotionally disturbed for a little bit longer, which is totally fine. He won't even look me in the eye. Why don't you look me in the eye anymore, Toonie? What happened to us? But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Leave a like if you're excited for Toonfest Tapioca. Woo! And I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode, the hour-long episode 100. Be excited. Let's go. Stay awesome. God bless and peace.